Former Tottenham manager Tim Sherwood Abeka said, Mohamed Kudus is a breath of fresh air. He brings a lot to the team when he plays, but he still lacks consistency. The consistency to become an elite player.
So it's not you being consistent for let's say 2 or 3 games. It should be like a season or 2, maybe 3 seasons, 2 to 3 seasons. So what the former coach is saying, I agree with Kudus is never an elite player.
You do not become an elite player in just one team. Modric is an elite player. Kudus is a good player, but he is not an elite player. Not to confuse people, if we say a player is elite, it means he is best. Like when we are talking about the best players, or Kahumbi, you cannot say Kudus is among the best players in the world.
Is Kudus an elite player? Subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share. Kachobi, recommend the channel to somebody to watch what he has here. Is Kudus an elite player? But before we get into it, we are your hosts. I am Leo Lyrics, and I'm here with
Fear
and
Jonathan.
Right here on Gossips 24 Sports. Team Komono. Jonathan, if you're former Tottenham manager Tim Sherwood Abeka said, he said that Mohamed Kudus is a breath of fresh air. He brings a lot to the team when he plays, but he still lacks consistency. The consistency to become an elite player. Do you agree?
I agree with you.
Yep.
Before I agree with him, I would like to know what is elite player. They said elite player is a player who performs the highest level, demonstration exceptional and consistent skills that is difficult for an opponent to contain. So it's not you being consistent for let's say 2 or 3 games. It should be like a season or 2, maybe 3 seasons, 2 to 3 seasons. So what the former coach is saying, I agree with Kudus is never elite player based on
it's never or is now is not an elite player.
Currently, it's not an elite player.
But you are saying he's never been an elite player.
Part of the question. Currently, Kudus is not an elite player, and if
but
he doesn't
has he been an elite player before?
Previously, yes. When you go to the Ajax team, he was the man to go to when you want to play against Ajax. He was the one who was orchestrating everything in the attack of Ajax. But currently, when he came to England, he became a little bit elite player at West Ham. But the following season, he didn't go well. But him coming to Tottenham, and based on his tenure or being in Tottenham, he's not an elite player. I still agree with what the former coach is saying.
Yeah.
So Jonathan has given a definition so that we have people who would understand what we are talking about. But I believe when it comes to, let's say, sports or even in entertainment, you do not become an elite person, or let's confine it to football. You do not become an elite player in just one team. And yet, so elitism is like, say about football more. How many years did you play as a footballer, as a professional footballer?
Okay.
How many teams did you play as a professional footballer?
Okay.
And throughout those years or those teams, what were your performances? Said at a point, if let's say if you've reached your peak, it's be to say Modric. Modric is an elite player because you share Modric he played throughout the career. We can say that he has been consistent. You understand, for a number of years. It's not as if when he was here he performed. Kudus started professional football.
Don't you think that,
you understand?
I get it, but don't you think that the whole Tottenham team Ankasa is dysfunctioning? Not just Kudus.
No, we are talking about the player. You understand the point I'm making? We are talking about the player.
I get it, but you see, from my perspective, I feel like sometimes a player can function when the team is actually working. What you say? As a connect a plug ama socket. Na socket ni nyejuma. Usi plug ni nyejuma.
Okay. So if I'm saying that elitism has to do with qualities, like, you understand? No, wait, men can't say Onibi, but I'm saying that, let me give you some of these examples. When you look at Cristiano Ronaldo, sometimes his team is not winning major trophies, but he's still scoring the goal
standing out as the man.
As the quality goal scorer he is. Messi went to Inter Miami, a team at the top bottom of the league.
Yes, we are seeing.
But see how Messi's quality has transformed the entire team. And America say Kudus has qualities. Kudus has potential. He hasn't played professional football for a long time. No, Abeka say. You understand what I'm saying? To me, I'm not saying he doesn't have the qualities, but when it comes to elitism in football, it's not determined by when he was here, he was performed, by when he came here. And it is not our fault, say the team you are in, they are not performing. It also affects your performance. So you have to be consistent to a level before we can confer on you elitism when it comes to football. There are so many good footballers. The person is here, last season this player, he scored this amount of goals, he performed. But as the seasons go on, you don't see anything from there. So many footballers are good, but how many of them have been able or are able to maintain the quality throughout the years and everywhere they go?
Okay, so Leo, I would like to ask
something. So Kudus is a good player.
I'm not
but he's not an
elite
player.
Bruno Fernandes. But let's see the season Bruno Fernandes came to Manchester United. Manchester United was nowhere to be found. Bruno Fernandes only came and took the team to put the team on the second position. So Bruno Fernandes alone made sure that even United wasn't good, but you can see that
Bruno wasn't the same team that was 15th last year.
No, but I'm saying when he came, he has played United almost 5 to 6 seasons, but his first 3 seasons, you can see that everywhere was Bruno. But you can't say that of Kudus.
Talking about
because them against Arsenal, I didn't see nothing from Kudus.
And please, not
Arsenal, no Arsenal's game, but they eventually turn out Tottenham currently. Nothing is showing that.
Not to confuse people. If we say a player is elite, it means he's best. Like when we are talking about the best players or Kahumbi, you cannot say Kudus is among the best players in the world.
Well,
you understand?
I beg to differ, but I'll come back to that. Talking about still in that context, you watched the Manchester Everton game yesterday.
Yeah.
And then you realize that one of their star man had a red card on the pitch. Well, he came out with an apology though, but
before you read the apology,
a lot of people. Okay, what did you want to say?
So before you read the apology, some people were saying it wasn't a red card, but based on the rules of the game, that's fouls and misconduct.
So how do you fight your?
So violent conduct is not just.
You see,
let me read the reason why he was given the red card, and you can continue.
Okay.
So violent conduct isn't just about opponent; it include acts against a team member, team official, any other player. So if it's your own player and you give him a dirty slap, you have to be given a red card.
But why are you people saying? Why are you guys trying to make it look like it's a slap?
But
it was reflex. For me, I think it was reflex. I'm not condoning the act though, but you see, when you are playing football, most times in the heat of the game, and then let's say a starting ball, what's your time now? It was around the 12th minute, right? And then he misplaced the pass. I get it, like he was at fault, but he misplacing the pass. The player was caught asleep. Wada. Maybe a ball in free, but he was under pressure, so he was trying to give a pass that would free him, and then he gave a misplaced pass. The player was sleeping.
So you can.
And so I'm coming. So as Orashiba was when he wasn't coming to fight. You get it, but he was trying to make you understand that you need to wake up. Why would you push him?
So I get what
why
then I can say Nipa no pushing him, so it was a reflex because
that be reflex reflex.
How he ran to the person like me no never
that one you get it. But your own colleague.
And to me,
you can talk, but you don't have to slap me.
The BT say action, any reaction.
But why do you slap me?
The action, reaction.
Did he hit him or not?
No, it's not like it touched him.
No, Debbie. He hit him, and it's unacceptable when it comes to the game, whether your opponent or your teammates. You do not do that. Internet told cry. referees are shown cards at the touchline for phobia or kasa rough near there. So whether it was reflex or whatever it is,
but then
the law is the law.
He's come out to apologize. He said,
that's
I
a
want to apologize.
red card. Hey man, you.
I want to apologize first to my teammates, Michael King. I take full responsibility for my reaction. I also apologize to my teammates, the staff, the fans, and the club. What happened does not reflect who I am, or the values I stand for. Emotions can run high, like I was saying, you get it. But nothing justifies such behavior. I will make sure it never happens again. But you see, that's like I'm saying, I'm not justifying the act. But this is one guy, when you watch him play, Onyobi Okasa.
I know him.
What you say? Onyobi Okasa. And this is a match, I'm a person we winning. What you say?
But the one
I started DBT like before he went out. It's more like this is a match I want to win. So you like soldiers on the field and that any off day.
So I'm asking you, if you're in the same military camp, we are going for a war. Then maybe I was supposed to shoot a guy. I didn't shoot you. Will you shoot me?
I mean, shoot you.
Are you going to?
See, any panel. Whether he did a mistake or he has accepted, say what he did was wrong. The man may and Onyobi Okasa. Zidane no Onyobi Okasa, but he held back somebody. And yeah, she showed him what I don't know why. Yeah, let's accept. He has accepted. He has apologized. Let's move on. Man excuses now. Massa. Okasa
we plan out. He's dodging the Caicedo test. We'll come back to that. There's 2 contract extensions on the table. And then
Arsenal fan.
Oh yeah.
Have more.
They say they win the league.
They say this season, if you don't win the league, you're never.
There are 2 contract extensions on the table. And then one has been rejected. On basis the player is not on good terms with the coach. There's that friction there. And then the player said, Wakache Florentino Perez say Obeti contract extension if you accept the contract extension, then unless Alonso leaves. and it's either Alonso or Vinicius Jr.
Something is happening in football. It normally happens in our homes. Remember when you were young, when your parents were relatively younger, to say they were in their 20s, 30s, they were almost sitting. They do not treat your younger siblings like that too, especially the last borns. Sometimes you ask yourself, say, because if it were me, I think it's the same thing happening in Real Madrid now, because players like Ronaldo, Ramos, Mono, they didn't get the chance to negotiate. Yet the contract, it's even some didn't even get presented by a contract. When they saw that, Massa, the way I will move,
the not happy in the team.
Okay. And America say, I understand, but the Real Madrid we know. Mbekacho said no player is above the team. You don't even get the chance to go and negotiate.
But he's not negotiating with the team. Perez has presented him to him.
Contract. Team. I'm talking about the president himself, and he's the leader of the club. As in America, and America say previous incidents are yenyano. I am only saying that it's either Real Madrid as a club or the president or Nuankasa has become more lenient, because first now you will not see this thing.
But this is based on just one thing: results. They brought Alonso in to give them results, and Alonso thinks that Vinicius Jr. is not the player for me. What you say now? If Florentino Perez wants to give Vinicius Jr. a contract extension, and the player is saying, "I'm not happy in the club," which means that if the coach stays, then I'm leaving, which he has that right. Then it means that Perez, you have the option to choose between the player and the coach.
And that's not what you are saying.
So
and Joe,
I get what you're saying. So
okay.
I would like to talk about this. I'll use the case study of Arsenal and Aubameyang. Before Arteta came, Aubameyang was the best striker currently. Before Arteta came, Aubameyang was
arguably the biggest player at the time.
But when he came, after some few months and some seasons, Arteta told the board that he doesn't want Aubameyang. So I'll flip it to the other side, to our side. no player is bigger than Real Madrid.
Exactly.
So if he feel like he will not extend his contract, he can
should leave.
He currently our best player in our team. It's not him. Currently, our best player in our team is not. No, currently. I'm saying currently.
What did we say? We said it. We said it that when they bring Mbappe to Real Madrid, team no. Vinicius or Rodrigo, one has to leave. I'm not say ye niska inti na ye
because
and it's happening
Vinicius
today.
is complaining that he's have an issue. You that same person, you are taken out of a game and you chew and stuck in here. The coach even didn't punish you. The coach just ignored it and let it be. I'm hearing that there are other players who are also not happy with the players and going to see the players is Vinicius, Hendrick, who are you to be unhappy with the coach? Who are you?
Bobby
if Fernando Perez is listening to me, you should just let him go.
You
should let him go. Please listen to Jonathan.
Let him go.
Listen to Jonathan.
First, Madrid has money to buy players. We can buy another player who is relatively equal, better like Vinicius.
Let me tell you something.
We have the money to buy.
Jonathan can cover football relatively equal, better.
Let me get to your point. If you have said something, I agree with, because the president in some sense has given the players that much power. And too much. Even at a point, Hendrick was not the player they were going for. They were going for Esteban. But at the time, not Hendrick near the face of the club.
Scouting that.
Maybe I'm when you say na komo person musa kofa Esteban, but because Oma kofa Hendrick that omo intimi and kofa no and Chelsea for kofa. There was that thing and Chelsea for kofa. Now, mu kofa player no, mu dey a lot of benefits to Oma player. And I'm that and I'm dey buy. So if the player is not seeing that thing, he has the right to voice out.
But if you start, what do you show? Sit on the bench.
Hendrick
let me give an example. When Casemiro came to Real Madrid, he wasn't playing. He went to several loans. And before we saw that, this Casemiro is very good. So if you feel like you are not getting playing time, seek for a loan.
Exactly.
Go elsewhere. When you are matured and ripe, you bring you back. Okay. Even Casemiro himself was sent to loan before later was brought to the team. So Vinicius, if he said to Musa, he should go. You find another man and go buy another player. If right now Madrid want to buy a player who is in the form of or who is in the same shape or likeness of Vinicius, we can buy. So if he want to go, he should go.
You mentioned Casemiro. Casemiro also has you guys have just 1 minute. Casemiro is also having that time of his life at Manchester United. Now the coach says, Amorim says he wants him, and then there's a problem with his wages, and then the club says that okay, so you wait me a sign on, but you remember extension in there. I just say OT was the so. Oh, they I said no. Most players at that age, I think that they give them.
I know, but I just saw anything relating to money with us. Like they are broke. Why
okay, so let's.
Ryan Mount say there's nobody in 2025 who believes Barca is broke. But I couldn't tell him. Arsenal fan.
Now almost got.
For stadium, I already know the
stadium. We don't have to this year. Can you
can I describe it? Me akwaji loan. Eskafu okro when yanye loan on the head.
I first stadium now. What is on so
why doesn't why this guy?
If Casemiro issue, I think if you want to stay, because right now this 21st century, I'm not disrespecting Casemiro, but Casemiro is not of relevance currently for the United team. Hey. It's not of relevance currently.
Free Madrid call.
It's currently
not Manchester United. He has not been that player.
The coach himself doesn't know what to do, because 21st century, if you have money to, you have to find money and go and buy an expensive midfielder to resolve the midfield issue. You are depending on Casemiro and Ugarte. Casemiro is not of relevance currently in the United team. He doesn't have the legs. Casemiro played 20-30 minutes. The rest of the minutes, he's tired.
Please, they called him.
He's tired.
They called him Champions League Casemiro.
So Casemiro should reduce the wages or go to the Qatar there and go and take money.
My people.
We there here.
Like your Casemiro see me no matter. My mouth has fallen. I leave the rest to you. Share your thoughts with us in the comment section. We'll see you some other time. Bye.